Ricardo, are you there?
Yeah,
Just one question. Did you guys implement this in your group, the molecule conformation
yeah,
unfolding?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. It was
Okay.
joint work with um, Politecnico Milan. Okay, Daniele, now we see. And yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we
okay.
did it. We did it with Kevin. That was a student at Politecnico Milano, and that was his master thesis, basically.
Did you actually touch upon the subject of chirality? I mean, change of hands of molecules that can be left-handed or right-handed, and they can coexist because they have generally the same or almost the same conformation energy. So they can, in reality, coexist. And when you make drugs or pharmaceutical, you're always concerned about whether you have 80% of chirality A and the rest of chirality B. And did you get into that, or is
No,
it too complicated?
I mean, we're not expert in this part. We just, let's say, focused on the quantum part, and everything else was, so my understanding was pretty close to only, let's say, the geometrical part of this problem. So nothing much related to the chemical part or so. Yeah.
That's very nice. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So a few words only to make you to give you the current situation here at Cineca regarding quantum computing. So the first thing that I want to say to you is the fact that starting from this year, Cineca is implementing quantum as a service, quantum computing as a service. We are upgrading our HPC computational power using also quantum computing resources. Of course, this is a very experimental phase. You've seen that quantum computers right now are very experimental machine, and then we decided not to buy a machine right now because every year we have a new model of quantum computers, so I need one right now. I personally think that is not a real good idea, but the idea that we followed was to buy some computational time from manufacturers and then give it for free to Italian and in this initial phase to Italian universities and research bodies through the high performance, through the ISCRA program. So what is ISCRA? ISCRA is the Italian Supercomputing Resource Allocation Program. And this is a Cineca project with the aim of make available our HPC resources to Italian universities and research centers. The access, so through ISCRA, you can, in principle, ask us for HPC resources. So if you want to run code on our Marconi 100, you have to fill a proposal and submit it by the deadline of the call of your interest. Okay, we have different calls. You will see some sample in the next slide. We have different calls. And you can choose the call that you want to, where you want to participate, and then filling a proposal, you can ask for these resources to us. The proposals are technically evaluated by us in Cineca, so we have the role to establish if a project is suitable on our machines. And the proposals are also scientifically evaluated by international reviewers. Okay, so remember that all take place under the patronage of the Minister of the University and Research. So this implies that all these calculational hours on Marconi 100 or on our DGX, on our other tier 1 systems, those are all free and of charge, okay? So is the ministry that is paying for this computational time. and Italian universities and research centers can use it for scientific purpose. We have two main type of call, okay, B and C. With a class B project, you can require a standard project, and this is a long and big project. And we have only 2 calls per year. Okay, I don't remember precisely the dates, but we have 2 appointments per year. In the class C, we have the small projects, 9-month maximum, but we have monthly calls. Okay, so we have 10 selection per year, 10 because we don't make selections on August and on December. Okay. Since March 2021, is it also possible to request quantum computing resource through Class C ISCRA projects. So if you want to use some quantum computational computing resource, you have to fill a Class C ISCRA project, and keeping it in mind that the project cannot be longer than 9 months, so they are, but yes, the more information, you will retrieve more information, all the information that you need on this website here, that is the official website of ISCRA, okay? What quantum computing resources we have right now? Right now, we have a collaboration with D-Wave. So through ISCRA-C, you can request computational time on the latest D-Wave quantum computer and also the previous model. That is the latest we saw, that is Advantage, a machine with more than 5,000 qubits. Then you can request access to D-Wave hybrid system that are particular systems that mix the HPC and quantum computing in order to realize bigger quantum annealers, bigger virtual quantum annealer in some way that can scale up to a maximum of 1 million binary variables, and also the new DQM solver that can solve non-binary quadratic problem also using hybrid techniques. Okay, so we have in total a total amount of time that is 55 hours divided this way. We can give for a D-Wave policy, we can give only monthly usage to our users, renewed in time, of course, and we have 5 hours per month in 11 months, starting from March 2021 and ending on March 2022. In August, the derogation of hours will be not possible. Okay, so if you want to submit a project, you have to indicate what is how many hours or minutes you need to complete your project, and also you have to indicate a sort of schedule in order to permit us to give you monthly time in your total time that you can use for your project. We will give you monthly time in order to complete your project. Also, we have collaboration with Pascal. Pascal is the French startup based in Paris that is the main collaborator of EuroSPC joint undertaking in speaking in terms of quantum computing. They have a very advanced prototype of quantum computers with neutral atoms, and they will release their first machine in September 2021 that will be Fresnel quantum computer with 100 qubits, and they expecting 1,000 qubits in 2023. In this first period, this is an experimental collaboration, and that is the experiment. President is an experimental system that is not yet open to the public. Our initial scientific collaboration is only to test and to prepare the environments for have a better usage of this kind of machine when it will be available. Okay, we are testing their system, we are testing algorithms on emulators, and we are preparing an environment to offer to our users. The fact is that Pascal is really important because they are also thinking about the fact that it's very important to me to connect and develop a way to connect a quantum computer to an HPC computer, because one of the biggest problems that we have right now in order to run hybrid algorithms is the latency between a quantum computer and an HPC computer. Okay, if we manage to solve this problem, and they want to, there is a project, a European project where we are involved, that are the purpose to develop this type of connection. And this is, I think, a very important problem that we have to solve. Also, we are in collaboration with the Professor Simone Montangero of the University of Padua and Pascal itself for generating HPC-ready emulator. Right now, you can use open source simulator already installed on our systems. If you request access to Marconi 100 and the new Galileo 100, they will be online, I think, very soon. You can use a lot of emulators that are free and open source, but we are also developing our emulators. One emulator is in collaboration with the University of Padua, another one is in collaboration with Pascal, that is an emulator of their systems, okay? That will run on Marconi 100 for here. I brought the technical specification of our tier 0 machine. Also, we have a friendship with IBM Q, with IBM, because IBM and Cineca have a long history before, of course, quantum computing, and we continue to have this friendship with them, creating contacts between their researcher and our users. Okay, so we have no official agreement with IBM Q right now, but we can be privileged channel to talk with them. So if you have some interesting project, scientific project that you want to run on the biggest IBM Q computers that are not available for free in the website, the Quantum Computing Experience IBM website, you can maybe ask us to create a contact with them, and we will do it. If the project is scientifically very relevant, we can provide you access to their biggest computer. Also, we're also developing emulators that you can use to try your algorithm before submitting it on IBM Q. So, 2 words about our quantum computing lab. This year, Cineca also presented the quantum computing lab. It is a website, basically. And what is this website? Website is a website dedicated to quantum computing. What you can find on this website, you can find a continuous quantum computing state-of-the-art monitor, guidelines on using Cineca QC systems as emulators and quantum resources, recording as materials of all the Cineca events regarding quantum computing, and of course also this school will be the videos of the school will be uploaded on our website, free access to QC materials, tutorials, and so on, and new and detailed information about our partners' courses of events. Okay. In general, you will also find news, events, and updates regarding the world of quantum computing in general. Of course, if there is the demonstration of a quantum supremacy, we will write 2 lines and we will publish a little news on our website, or also in the case that the company that reached this quantum supremacy is not our friend, if you can say this. Okay, so let's look shortly. This is our website. Okay, this is the home page of our website. You can find here a little agenda of the events that we are sponsorizing. Here you can find the materials and slides of all the 3 workshops that we had starting from since 2018. If you can click, if you want to click here, you will find, as you can see, all the events and slides that people that, of course, give us the permission to publish it. And this is true for 2018, 2019, and the last one, 2020, that was the online edition. And here you can look at our news. For example, we have news about the webinar that Riccardo did in collaboration with D-Wave, our collaboration with D-Wave, and so on. Here you can also find some links to this stuff that I also told you. This is our events part. And okay, this is more or less what I wanted to say to you. So the last thing that I want to say, of course, is thank you. Thank you really much. I really appreciated your participation in this school. I hope you enjoyed this first edition of the Introduction to Quantum Computing School. Next year will be absolutely, we will be back with a new school, a new and improved school. Every year will be better. I hope that I will see you again, maybe in person, and then in Bologna we can also organize a beautiful social dinner all together. And yes, thank you so much for your participation. And okay, these are my last word here. Thanks a lot. Have a nice weekend, and I hope that we gave you some information, some useful information about quantum computing. Hope that you enjoyed it, really. Thanks a lot. Thanks really much. It was very good. Very good school. It was interesting. Thanks. You made it cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Don't remember to fill the survey. Don't be too mean. No, of course, if you want, you can. And thanks a lot. See you next year, or maybe see you at the end of this year, when we will realize the 4th edition of our workshop, HPC and quantum computing. You will find a lot of information, a lot of talks this year. Maybe we are thinking about the fact to organize it in 2 days, because we will have a lot of talks. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
Bye. And I hope really to see you soon, in person maybe. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Daniele, I'm not sure you can hear me. Maybe you're already gone, but if you can. Yeah, hi. I just reconnected. It's because I forgot her name, Valentina or Julia, asked for the last set of slides you just presented to be added if you can, because they're not there. And so
yes, of course. This one, Tuesday,
yeah.
Yes, I will add it. Thank you for noticing me that they are not online. Thanks a lot.
That's great. Thanks very much for all. That was fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you.